Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to be talking about lead flow. The title of today's video is Lead Flow Unlock, how to create a never-ending stream of high-ticket clients. Hey, welcome back to another live where we keep it real, we keep it raw, and result focused. So if you're a coach, a consultant, or expert and you're tired of posting endlessly, getting ghosted in the DMs, or chasing leads just to fill your calendar, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Heather Blaze, and I help entrepreneurs like you set up proven systems that bring in high ticket clients consistently without burnout, begging for attention, or being glued to your phone 24/7. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm a little cough today, so bear with me. But whether you're just getting started or you've been in the game for a while, but you want more flow, you want more predictability and more profit, today's session is going to shift everything. So let's start off by asking you something real quick. Does your lead flow feel like more like a leaky faucet than a flowing hose? Like one week you're on top of the world with discovery calls, your calendar's full, you're getting booking after booking, and then the next week, nothing, just crickets. So that's not just stressful, it's unsustainable. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to unlock how to lock in the lead flow and create a never-ending stream of high-ticket clients without spending your whole life on social media. I'm just going to grab a quick drink here. All right, and here's what we're going to dive into today. The number one reason most coaches and consultants experience inconsistent lead flow and how to fix it fast. The 3 types of traffic that you must master to grow on autopilot, how to turn your content into a lead generation machine, and the daily and weekly actions that drive qualified, ready to buy leads directly to your calendar. So by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to set up a client acquisition engine that brings in premium prospects week after week, month after month. And when I first started out, I thought getting leads meant being everywhere. Okay, posting 20 times a day, doing lives almost daily, writing out an ebook, DMing people I barely knew, you name it. I go to networking events, I go to meetups, I was everywhere. But the truth is that that approach is really exhausting and it doesn't scale because we only have so much time in the day. There's a ceiling to it, right? It wasn't until I built a simple, repeatable system that focused on attraction plus automation that things really started to click. And that's when I went from chasing people to having people chase me. And what I want is to have that for you too. So let me break this down and get you out of that hustle mode and into the flow of high ticket lead generation. So you might want to grab a notebook. You could pause this if you're watching it later, because it's going to be juicy. So I'll just give it a second if you want to grab something to write on or your notes or something in your phone. But let's start off with why most people are stuck. And here's the number one reason why most coaches struggle with lead flow. You're creating content, you're creating content, maybe even valuable content, but it's not structured to attract or convert. It's not strategic. So the mistake is that you're marketing to everyone instead of calling in your ideal client. I mean, there's so much noise out there these days, right? People are on there, they're scrolling on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever platform, looking at funny videos and cats and stuff like that. And you need to be able to stop that scroll for the person that's out there looking for you, wanting what you have to offer, but just can't find you. You want them to be able to stop on a dime, right? So you might have a great offer, but if the front end of your business, like your marketing, is vague or inconsistent or reactive, right? People won't bite. They're confused about who you help or how you help, or um, you know, even if you're legit. So when you're clear, when you're strategic and consistent, your dream client finds you because your content becomes magnetic. It really resonates. And that's when the lead flow starts to feel effortless. So here's the 3 types of traffic that you must master to create a client acquisition engine. Let's talk about how to fix it. There's only 3 traffic sources that you need to lock into. So A is organic traffic, which is free, right? Free content that really converts though. This includes posts, lives, YouTube videos, podcasts, anything you're creating that educates, builds trust, that know, like, and trust factor, and drives people towards the next step. Okay. But not all content is created equal. You need strategic content, like I was saying, that follows this flow. And the flow is attention, right? That scroll stop, grabbing that attention, then authority. You need to create that authority, and then action. So attention, authority, and action. Stop posting just to post. Okay. You got to start posting with purpose. So when I say stop posting just to post, that means, don't just throw up other people's quotes or, just random things, right? You need to start posting with purpose. The next thing is the partner traffic. So you want to do collabs and referrals. So when I say collab, well, you know what collabs, right? Like we used to call them JV, joint ventures, right? So you want to collaborate with people that might have the same target audience as you, but don't do the same things as you, right? Those target audiences might be interested in the same thing that you offer as well as them, and vice versa, right? So don't sleep on other people's audiences. Strategic collaborations, like guest speaking, Instagram lives, referral systems, affiliate promos, these can really 10x your visibility without paid ads. So make a list of who has the same target audience as you, but you guys solve different problems or you guys offer different things. Okay. This is especially powerful if you're still growing and don't have a large audience yet. The next thing that we need to focus on to fix it is controlled traffic. So ads plus emails. So once your message is dialed in, because you don't want to do this until, well, you could do the emails is fine because you can, send out emails and hone in your message. You don't really want to start ads until your message is dialed in because they'll just fall flat. You'll be throwing money down the drain. So I work with my clients for 8 weeks before we start running ads because we need to really dial in that message and really dial in that niche and then the message and the offer and how to communicate the value effectively around it so that it really lands, right? It really resonates. And then we use my proprietary niche and coding system that goes into the psychology of people so that we know the exact words to use that are going to resonate to make them take action to ultimately buy. Okay. Very strategic. So once your message is dialed in and your funnel is proven, paid traffic becomes the accelerator. Really, it's like putting that gas, your foot on the gas pedal, right? It's like really driving it. But even without ads, email marketing can be a gold mine if you have a list, but you got to build that first. How do you build that first? You pretty much have to run ads, to build up your list and create that whole funnel system to build the list. So if you're not nurturing your list, you're leaving money on the table. So you don't need to do all 3 things right away, but you do need to build with all 3 things in mind. So this gives you that long-term security and the control over your lead flow. And here's the game changer. You don't need more content, okay? You need better content. And what does that mean? I want you to think of here's how to turn your content into a lead generation machine. So every piece of content should have a purpose, like I mentioned before. It either needs to educate, qualify, and lead someone closer to that sale, right? It also needs to position you as the go-to. Why you? Why not go to somebody else, right? It needs to position you in that way too. So use clear calls to action in every post. Something like DM me the word start or something like that. Click the link below, book a call, watch the masterclass, watch watch this presentation, read this paper. Like you need to tell them what to do. That's a call to action, a CTA. Okay, so reuse and repurpose content. Also, one good piece of content can become 10 across multi-platforms, especially like these lives, right? I'll do a live and then we'll break it up into 10 different shorts, right? Or maybe I'll do an interview with a client, testimonial type thing. Again, we'll do a full interview, can last maybe 45 minutes. What was their life like before? What's their life like after? What's their business like before? What's it after? What were the things that I helped them get clarity on in order to get that result type of thing? So I'll do like half an hour interview, 45-minute interview. Sometimes it lasts a long time. And then we'll slice it up into 10, 20 different short little 30-second shorts, like wins, right? That they got throughout the thing. And then that can be used on multiple platforms. We'll put it out on Twitter, we'll put it out on Instagram, Facebook. We don't really use LinkedIn, but whatever. We'll just put the same place. We'll do it in the group, we'll do it on the business page, we'll do it on my personal page on Facebook. It can be the same post everywhere because not everybody's looking at everything everywhere of mine, right? But there'll be other people are looking at different things, right? Anyway, you want to just create these bingeable content series around objections and results. Okay, objections that they might have around things like, oh, I don't have the time. But okay, if you don't take the time, I mean, it's never a good time. It's always the perfect time, right? The longer you take to learn how to make money with what you offer, you still have to pay bills. So that's money that's being lost, right? If you can start making 10 grand a month, 2 months from now, instead of 6 months from now, right? That's 4 months of 10,000 a month. That's $40,000 lost, right? It's kind of, people don't think like that a lot of times. So you want to focus series around objections, around results, or aha moments. And that's how you keep people watching, trusting, and buying. So now let's make this practical. Okay. Let's talk about the daily and weekly lead flow habits that you need to build. So daily habits would be post at least 3 times a week with a clear CTA. Remember what CTA stands for? If you're here with me live, put it in the comments. What does CTA stand for? And even if you're not with me live, put it in the comments here. What does CTA stand for if you pick that up? All right. Post at least 3 times a week. Consistency is really key. Okay. Reply to every comment and DM. And the quicker, the better, because the quicker you can get to somebody's reply, the better. You have a 400 times, you're 400 times more likely to have a meaningful conversation with somebody if it's right then and there. And then send 2 to 5 value-based messages to warm leads, not spam. So people who have opted in or already, are interested in what you have to offer. They've come to you, not cold. Cold is, they don't know who you are. They don't know anything about you. That's a cold lead. They've come to you, they've opted in, and they're interested in wanting more. You also want to track leads. Okay. So who's engaging, who's clicking, who's booking. Weekly habits. Okay. Those are the daily habits. Weekly habits, go live or post a long form once a week. Okay. Review what content performed the best. You can use ChatGPT for that. You can just upload your stats in ChatGPT and say, this is what worked best, and use it to create more valuable content more, as time goes on, because that's a great little hack there, a little great tool you can use. Send value packed emails to your list. Okay. And you want to offer your lead magnet, okay, at least twice per week. Okay. So this isn't about, lead magnet is something that someone's going to opt in to get something of value, right? And also the lead magnet should do a lot of the heavy lifting to get somebody booked on your calendar into the sale, right? It should position you as the go-to expert against the competition. It should offer value to them, give them that clarity that they're looking for. And also position you to command a premium price. Okay. There's a formula to it. There's a way to put it together that converts into those things. So if you're not really sure on how to put together a lead magnet like that, then let me know, because that's something I can help with. And you can just comment in the make a comment in the comments, lead magnet, if you want to have clarity around that. So this isn't about working harder. Okay. It's about showing up intentionally and consistently, really key, consistent, well, intentional too, right? You want to show up with that purpose. That's what we're talking about here. So your lead flow is really a reflection of your habits. So if you want better results, you got to upgrade the way you show up. So let's recap what we've covered today. Um, why most coaches struggle with lead flow and how to fix it. Okay. The 3 traffic types that fuel your client acquisition system. We also covered how to make your content do the heavy lifting and the daily and weekly actions and habits, right, that keep high ticket leads rolling in. And here's what I want you to remember from this video today. Um, you don't need a bigger audience. You just need a better system. I mean, if your audience is 0, and yeah, you do need a bigger audience, but you don't need a huge audience. Okay. If you look at how many people follow me and like me, like it's not that big, right? But I get a lot of sales from the content that I create. And when that system is in place, the lead flow doesn't just become consistent, it becomes automatic. So if you want me to help you build a full client acquisition system that works on autopilot, watch my free training in the links in the description here. Okay. And I'll walk you through the exact framework that's helped my clients go from invisible to fully booked without burnout, without cold DMs, without dancing on reels and TikToks. And, unless that's your thing. But if you got value from this, just, drop a fire in the chat and let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this video. We've got more fire coming up next week. So make sure that you're subscribed, hit the bell so that you get notified. And I will catch you in the next one, everyone. I think I've got a little bit of a delay here. So I'm not sure if this is going to end right away.